You're not
being maltreated, like OJ is maltreating me, okay? Or you're being taken advantage of in your romantic relationship, your friendship, or even by your colleagues. Now, you should understand that everything starts with you. With me, does it? Because you get to decide exactly how you're treated whenever you find yourself. Now, so it's time to do some introspection, as we've put together some reasons why such is happening to you so that you can try to know and then try to change. This is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
Yes. Number one tip on our list is you maltreat yourself. Now, generally, the way people treat us is a direct response to how we treat ourselves. Naturally, people are going to treat you anyhow, depending on where you find yourself, like East Splash beside OJ. So if you're tired of being maltreated, then you need to examine how you're treating yourself. Okay, let me leave you. Yeah.
So you should have gone to get your own meat then. I will not treat you anyhow.
I will do my own back.
And one of our bosses, Mr. Musa, is in the studio. He brought meat too on Friday. So it's all your fault. So it's your fault too.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
No. OJ, now I see where Amanda is coming from. You intentionally put her on days she will not get meat.
Can you imagine?
So that the meat will go round.
Meaning she will finish everything. Amanda, I can't talk again.
So let's move away from the meat. But truly speaking, if you actually don't treat yourself well, don't carry yourself well, if you act like you don't need meat, basically, they will not give you.
True, yeah?
Long and short, are you motivated?
Wow.
Wait, is that how you spoke yesterday?
Let's just move on. Number 2, you do not set boundaries. Yes, if someone maltreats you the first time and you do nothing, well, guess what? They are going to do it again and again because they know they can always get away with it. So if you do not want to be maltreated, you have to learn how to set boundaries and address wrong behavior.
I can actually relate to this one because there was this encounter I had with someone, and over again, when I'm done talking to the person, I'm like, why is this person reacting this way? So I spoke to another person, and the person was like, it's because you allowed it. Once you start setting limits, you start setting boundaries, many times people do not want to accept it because from the beginning, you've allowed them go a mile and they've gone 10,000 miles.
Yeah.
So start cutting those miles for them and bring it back to that 1 mile. And then that 1 mile, you take it to half a mile. By the time they realize that you're serious about it and you take offense, if they do not keep to it, then they would respect your boundaries and they won't maltreat you. And trust me, you'll be a happy person.
Yeah, I think even like generally, like let me use this one, like insults. Now, there are some times where you have boundaries with your friends, where you can call your friends all sorts of names. Yeah, but if, for instance, like you're just meeting someone and from the first day, it's like a very heavy insult, because there are some insults that are no longer insults, like big head. It's not an insult anymore. It's kind of like play, but there are some really deep insults that I feel like perhaps the B word you shouldn't accept from the beginning. Because once you start that, as you said, you take, it keeps going on and it keeps getting worse. And you don't even know how to stop it. So the third tip on our list that you need to check is, are you too dependent? Now, if you depend too much on someone, sooner or later, they're going to start getting tired of you or start maltreating you. So it's okay to ask for help, but learn to trust and depend on yourself more.
So that you will not call someone and they see your call and say, this girl, I'm not available. Cannot pick a call. And you really don't want to be in those shoes because not just that person will stay away from you, the person will tell other people. And before you know it, it feels like you're a plague. Everywhere you go, people are like, she don't come. They don't give each other eye contact and like, I need to be somewhere, I need to be somewhere. At a point, you start feeling left out and it's actually a bad thing that can lead to depression. It won't be good for your mental health. So please do work on this. Very valid.
All right, number 4 on our list, you have a poor self-carriage. The way you talk, walk, and your overall disposition sets the tone for how people will treat you. So if you're tired of being maltreated, then work on your carriage, period. And this is where I'll chip in. You have to act at times. Even though, you don't just take it to the extreme. You get to some places. Too much forming is a problem, but you just have to form level of class.
No, I think they use the right word there. They call it carriage for a reason because you might not have that same kind of carriage with your friends. I'll give you an example. I walked into a radio station one day and I was on my heels, I was dressed up, I had my makeup done, and somebody categorically told me that, oh, the way you walked, I could tell that I can't oppress you.
I'm a man, though.
You know, because I like to break people. Those were the person's words.
Do you want to give us that walk?
No. We have to plan a day where Amanda will give us the walk.
You see the walk.
On Instagram.
Seriously speaking, I thought that was a very deep statement because how do you just say, I like to break people. So basically, you come in with this very calm energy, like I'm very friendly, anybody can talk to me anyhow.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then somebody now starts to take a whole...
Yeah, because they feel they can walk all over you.
So now I don't think carriage is different from forming,
Yes.
for me, because you're not pretending, you're just valuing yourself.
True.
You're not trying to be condescending. Because there's a way you also come into a room and you're like, no, that one is being condescending.
Like, who is your father?
And guys, something to note is the fact that courage walks side by side with self-confidence. When you are confident, the courage will come on its own. And
That's true.
when you feel important, you don't have to wait for people to make you feel important. Once you feel important and you believe in yourself, that courage and confidence will come. Trust me.
If you need more tips, you can follow each of us on Instagram.
Now you the preacher for church. You know,
Guest speaker.
Guest speaker.
Are you not seeing the way you're holding yourself?
Best speaker, man. Let me not do like hoodlum.
You know, the way OJ was sitting reminds me
You saw
of...
the courage.
You know when you're about to announce, so we have a junior pastor in the building.
Children of God, praise the Lord. Invite him from Enugu.
Oh my goodness. All right, back to the top 5 and 5th tip on our list. You think it's okay. Now, you've gotten so used to being treated poorly that you have accepted it as normal behavior. Now, unless you work on your mindset, people are going to keep maltreating you, and that itself isn't right. So many people are involved in domestic violence, and this is one of the reasons why, because you think you have been manipulated to think that it's okay for you to emotionally, physically abuse or mentally abuse because maybe I deserve it. So that thing would always make it happen. So you have to break that thing off. Like you have to break that mentality off where you think that people can talk to you anyhow. It's not okay.
Very true. And this is why I always preach self-love, because when you love yourself, you won't let anybody treat you anyhow. In fact, you always put yourself first. And before you know it, you'll be a very happy person. Even if you have 5 naira in your account, you'll be happy and drink your garri in peace.
That's right. That's totally right.
It's the truth. You won't wait for people to come and start carrying you about and all of that. You know what? Before I become a motivational speaker to like Amanda, this is where I tell you that that's all we can take on top 5.